This podcast contains explicit language, alcohol references, and fantasy violence descriptions. Viewer discretion is advised.
And then now he's dead.
It's perfect because I have no context.
He's not an alcoholic, all right?
Hello and welcome to Ursarai Cloud Walking. Today I am joined by Kent Rawlings.
Hello, everyone. Kent Rawlings. Playing Roland Blacksteel for this, and it's been a good time so far.
I am also joined by Dean Balter.
Hey everyone, my name is Dean Balter. I play Torbanese, a high elf bard, and he is super excited to get into some politics today.
And I'm joined by Zach Stubbs.
And I'm Zach. I play Enzio, a rogue warlock human. Definitely excited to see what happens here.
Last time on Ursarai Cloud Walking, we started off, the Chancellor is dead. The Senator goes to a meeting where we get a little glimpse into how some of the political stuff works around here. Enzio goes to the Political Power, which is a restaurant and a hotel right outside the capital, to do some snooping. There's a weird glance shared between him and the bookkeeper, who is the most knowledgeable person on the Constitution. Then the whole party reunites there. They have some little interactions with each other, ordering drinks, things like that. Before Enzio goes outside, he talks to Aaron. We find out that Aaron is the one who poisoned the Chancellor for Enzio, and he gives them back a bottle of poison, and Enzio tells Aaron to run away. So Aaron is running. He gets on a train leaving the cloud. While Enzio's coming back in, Roland goes over to talk to a lobbyist who is actually very sad about the Chancellor passing, which is kind of weird in this particular setting. We're just gonna jump straight into it with Roland going over to talk to Mayek.
So Roland is carrying his whiskey and coke, and he's gonna walk up and sit down. He's just gonna say, so what a wonderful day.
I don't know if I don't know if I'd call it wonderful. I mean,
I meant the sun outside. It's bright, shining. It's wonderful.
kind of. You look familiar. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Oh, I'm Roland Blacksteel. I'm Torbanese's bodyguard.
Oh, right. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I've actually been meaning to. What's
I'm
up?
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, my name is Mayek. I'm a lobbyist for Arlock's Nutrition. You don't really see our product up here. We make this product called Goop. That's like this little package that you can put a bunch of like nutrition. It all kind of tastes like chalk, but it sells well on the surface and the under.
Oh, okay. So is that you from the surface?
No, I'm from the Rise.
Oh, hell yeah,
the
go
company,
Rise.
Yeah, the company is in the Rise, and we export down, whereas most companies in the Rise export up. So we're a little bit less known up here, but gotta get our paws in where we can.
Yeah, I feel you. So, what do you think happened?
I don't know. I was actually talking to him 2 days ago, and there didn't seem to be anything wrong with him.
It's interesting. Why the Chancellor was talking to just a random lobbyist?
Yeah.
Shows you what I know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the other lobbyists, but I always try to talk as high as I can, skip the secretaries and things like that.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, did you know him pretty well? Like, he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, I think he also seemed like a interesting person from when I talked to him.
What do you mean? Like, how interesting? I didn't know him very well, so.
He seemed very enthusiastic about things I'm not quite sure if I didn't find them important, but like he was very particular on like how his desk was and things like that. Very organized, but also he was organizing things that didn't make sense.
Like what?
Like, does it really matter if your pencil holder's slightly ajar?
Oh, so you mean like he was like obsessive compulsive?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to describe it.
Ah,
Uh,
are you thirsty?
um, I've had quite a few already. Roland, at this time, I am going to go ahead and let you know that because of your passive insight being 27, ever since this guy accidentally said that he was talking to the senator, everything else has been kind of like half truths. Like
Yeah,
he's backpedaling.
yeah, I could tell. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I saw you from over there. You seemed a little upset, and I'm not too great at this whole talking thing. But I just wanted to come check on you. You know, you're a Rise man yourself. Go Rise, and I just wanted to make sure you're doing all right.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I'm doing fine.
Does Torbenese know Mayak?
Yeah,
Okay, how
yeah.
well would he know Mayak?
Only in a professional setting. You wouldn't know super like you don't go to his office, he comes to yours. So any glimpses of personality are just through him trying to talk you into adding something into a law or, you know, distributing money from wherever, trying to get things like that. I think last time you talked to him, you guys were trying to get Goop to be a interplanetary product instead of just exporting down, trying to get some of that up and putting it onto ships to go to other places that are like mining colonies and could use the Goop.
All right, I think like Torbenese has been walking around this entire time talking to different people, just trying to spread some rumors and stuff. But he's gonna see Roland talking to Mayak, and he's just gonna kind of walk over and look over at Roland and say, "Oh, there you are. I haven't seen you a little bit. I was catching up with some friends. Hey, how you doing, Mayak? You're nutrition. Yeah, that's right. No, you Goop. Okay. How's the business going?
I haven't really got to check in, like go down and actually sit in on any of the meetings in a little bit. But I would assume they're going well. People have to eat something. So
Roland at this time is gonna scoot closer to Mick, and he's gonna kind of put his arm around him, and he's gonna pull him in, and he's gonna say, "I know you know more."
no more about what?
So we were conversating, and you said since you saw the Chancellor 2 days ago, and then after that, you started getting a little wishy washy. And then Roland's gonna lean over to his ear. Tell me everything you know.
Hey, while he does that, can I help him out and cast friends?
There you go.
Yeah, you can cast friend.
All right, so I'm gonna cast friends, and so I can
What's
emanate
is there a
sense
DC for
sense
it?
of friendship. It says it needs to pass a wisdom saving throw, but I don't see for some reason.
It would be your save DC.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure where. I think if you click on spells, it'll show it.
It should be at the top of your spells. So for you, your spell save DC is 20.
Yeah.
He got an 18.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah. He's now under friends. Mm-hmm. What was the question that you asked one more time, Roland?
I just said, "Tell me everything you know." It wasn't a question.
I know. Okay. I know that he has been talking to a lot of the lobbyists because one of the lobbyists informed him about some shenanigans happening in the under, and he's trying to figure out if it's just that one corporation that is failing or if it's all of us. And yeah, I after I talked to him that time, I've been going back and giving him updates on what's happening in the Rise.
Interesting. And then I'm gonna see like some people kind of passing by, and I'm gonna kind of just take my armor off and be like, so what kind of stuff do you think nutrition needs to get better, to export more goods and bring more revenue to the Rise? Trying to play off this situation.
I think it would help if it didn't all taste like chalk.
I hear that it's people kind of like the chalk though.
I'm sure you can fix the flavor at some point. I think that you have a great business venture, though, and I think if you guys support the Rise as you say you do, support for the Rise is a support for Torbanese. So just keep that in mind in the next coming up elections.
And, Go Rise!
Torbanese is gonna walk away before friends ends.
Would you like to try some goop?
No, I'm all right. Thank you, though.
You already walked away.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy whiskey and Coke.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate it though. Go Rise.
And he's gonna turn and just kind of start like talking to people that were nearby. Like you guys kind of isolated him a little bit, but like there was that group that he was with. And he's just gonna go back to talking to them, and then after like another 30 seconds, you just see his head kind of like, trying to figure out a little bit, like what's going on. So, Enzia, what are you doing?
So I was talking to the bookkeeper. He told me that nobody's gonna follow the Constitution and it's gonna fall into anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Do I gather that this guy is actually gonna be able to? Was trying to tell me something when he walked in and saw me and looks weird, or if he's just a weird old dude.
It was more like he was trying to process something.
Okay. I gotcha. So I'll probably, after talking to him, I'll probably just give probably both of them a heads up using the awakened mind. I'll just communicate in their heads and just tell them that I'll meet them back at the office, and then I'm gonna go.
Okay. Cool. Torbanese, Roland.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much just hanging out, just drinking whiskey and staying close to Torbanese as he mingles.
I guess I should clarify. I'm not going actually straight back to the office. I'm gonna go. I've got that gaze of two minds, so I can see where Aaron is going, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go catch up to him.
Okay, he's currently at the train station.
Okay.
The one that goes down to the rise.
It goes down to the rise. Okay. I would like to get on the train, but not in view of him.
Ooh, is that you're just gonna hang out on the train and follow him down?
No, once we get off the train, I'm gonna do the same thing and just pop into his head, and I'm gonna start giving him directions to follow. Basically, like turn left here, go up, turn right, and I'm gonna lead him basically away from other people. And I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell him I'm gonna try to find a secluded area where we can talk.
Sick. Torbanese, what were you doing?
So, how late in the day is it right now? Or is it like
You
still morning
are-
time? Because I know we started off. We didn't like when I was in the office, and then we went over to the meeting. How long did that take? I guess are we kind of like in the middle of the day or like towards the end of the day?
So you guys have like a flex schedule thing going on because it is always daylight here.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like I guess waking hours, like awake
I mean,
hours.
it's kind of like when you want to go to sleep, you go to sleep. When you're awake, you do stuff.
Okay.
How long has it been, I guess, then since we woke up?
I don't know, 6 hours.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I wanna pull Torbanese aside, and then I just wanna hey Torbanese. So that conversation with Merrick was kind of interesting. I don't know if you heard what he whispered to me, but he was talking about the some of the lobbyists talking to the old chancellor a lot about some sort of shenanigans going on in the rise. Do you think that there could be some undercover, weird stuff going on?
I think that could be a possibility. Maybe it'd be a good idea if we try to speak to some lobbyists that aren't here. Try to get a little bit more of a feel for the lay of the land. Plus, we gotta make sure that we keep spreading the good word.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Well, yeah, of course, go Rise. And but it's just interesting that the lobby started talking to the lobbyists more about this like corrupt whatever, and then now he's dead. So I feel like we should maybe look a little bit into this and see what might actually be going on. Hell, it could be even going on in the Rise. We don't know.
So, do we know if there's any more lobbyists, like not in this area now, but like, a central hub for them so we can kind of go talk to them, try to see if we can see if they know any more information, and then also like for me to kind of like talk to them and see if I can get them and their companies behind my cause.
So normally they would be hanging out in like the Senate building.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being, or well, yeah, like that's kind of like those three buildings are a little bit more locked down right now. Anyone who's not here is probably in the Rise Tower, like where
Okay.
you normally work.
Torbanese, I have an idea. Maybe we can put posters up all around the city of an open door where people can come talk about their problems, and we can, we can help them and listen to them, be the ear for them as we help correct these problems for them. And that could potentially bring lobbyists to us.
Roland, that is a great idea. We'll have Aaron do that. We can contact him and have him set up a bunch of posters everywhere. Also, making sure that the logo of the Rise is above it, and tell the people to cast their votes when the time comes.
Yes, I love propaganda.
Whoa! Don't say that. He's gonna get really quiet for a second. We don't call it propaganda. Not in front of other people. We just say we're spreading the word.
We should make the Rise great again.
Go Rise, huh?
I hate that you guys made Hua canon.
Yo, he said it, not me.
You said it first.
No, you said it first.
It came out as.
You still said it.
It said,
You did say it, though.
Canon.
Go Rise, huh?
Idiots.
Hey, that's my character, okay?
So I'm gonna send a message over my wristwatch to Aaron and just let him know that we want him to start putting up posters for the Rise, and then also if you have any, if you have anything that you want to complain about, come talk to Aaron.
So you're not even gonna talk to him yourself?
No, Aaron, and then I'm gonna put underneath, and I'm gonna say, Aaron, let me know if there's anything important.
He's gonna check that when he's on the train. Mm-hmm. So Enzio, you're gonna see him. He like looks at his and goes, just smacks it and kind of like goes back to stressing out about his life.
It's perfect because I have no context.
And yeah, he's gonna follow your instructions. You're gonna lead him to kind of a little bit more secluded area.
Yeah. So what does the Rise look like? Like, are we indoors? Even though, like, is it most of the area is indoors?
So there's a lot of like walkways. Like think like a warehouse, like catwalks that are connecting basically upside down skyscrapers. Okay. And so there's no roads here. There are like hovercraft and things. Most of them are taxis. You guys probably own some, but you would have to go to wherever you guys store them at. Okay. But for the most part, like there's like walkways that cut between the skyscrapers, like alleyways, also like sidewalks. But
those are fairly exposed.
Yeah, except for like the ones that cut between two close together buildings.
I guess I would basically like even just a secluded bathroom would be perfectly fine. Like I would be trying to just get him out of view where we can talk, because like I'm not walking with him. I'm trailing behind him and giving him instructions.
Yeah, there's definitely public restrooms and things like that you could go into and just lock the door.
Okay. And then so as soon as he goes in, say, make sure it's empty.
It's empty.
It's empty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait for me in there. Okay. And I'm going to go in. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just going to walk in to talk to him.
Okay. Real quick, just so you're aware, based off of your history with the poison, if he got a little bit on him, he has probably like 3 hours left.
Okay.
Because it wasn't enough for like the instant kind of thing, but yeah, he's getting close.
And it can get you through skin contact?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the most common way to do it, is right. Just have it like on your jacket and rub up against someone. This is very much like an assassin's poison.
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk in and just be like, "Hey, start cleaning yourself off. You need to get that off of your skin."
He's just gonna like start vigorously like washing his hands, then like his arms, like trying to get like all of the exposed skin that he can. And he's kind of like keep looking at you in like the bathroom mirror, like
Mhm.
he's waiting for you to keep talking, kind of thing.
One of the times when he looks down, I'm just gonna cast Hold Person on him. So that's gonna be DC 21. I think it's a Wisdom save, but let me double check first. Yeah, Wisdom save.
DC 21.
21.
He fails.
And then as a bonus action, I'm just gonna pop out my rapier.
Okay.
What it looks like is basically like a deep jet black, just very plain, nothing to it, but just almost Vanta black rapier with just the slightest purple sheen and outline surrounding all the edges and the hilt. And that's a bonus action. I guess he would have then a turn to save, or I guess we should actually, it would have to be initiative.
After rolling, I realized that there's actually no way for him to get that.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm gonna step up behind him as he's paralyzed there, trying to wash his hands, and just jab the rapier directly underneath that little soft spot in your skull, and just quick in out as fast as possible. Just blink of an eye. Just 1-2. Let's see. I can. So that's going to be a 22 to hit. Yeah, 22 to hit.
Okay. Well, so he's paralyzed, so
Yeah, so that makes it an auto critical, which
basically, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna dump a Eldritch Smite into this as well, which is 4th level. Let me make sure I get this right. So 4th level is 1d8 plus 4d8, so 5d8 for the Eldritch Smite, and 1d8 for the Rapier is 68, and then 66 for my sneak attack. Doubled is 12 and 12. Let's do that here. All right.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, he's been poisoned for the last few hours, so.
Yeah, but why would I skip the opportunity to hit him with it?
It's like this could be a really clean kill, or I could just basically blow his brains out the front of his head with a knife.
Yeah, well, so the interesting aspect of this is because it's my packed weapon, this is psychic damage. So with this, it doesn't actually make any wound on his head. It just slides in there and is going just straight for the brain and only the brain. Just precision.
Ooh.
In the highest form. I rolled an 87 on damage. Actually, sorry, I need to add 8. I need to add 8 to that. So I rolled a 95 for damage.
You tripled his current hit point value.
Well, that is unfortunate. He had a
So
job
he's
to
in
do.
death saves, right?
Yeah. Yes, I can finish off his death saves if need be.
No, there are
dead.
none.
So just clinical, another day at the office, going straight to work, taking that bottle. I assumed that he had like poisoned the drink of the Chancellor. It's just you just get it on you. Is that how he poisoned him?
He like had a jacket on that he like applied with like obviously like with a glove to
Mhm.
like the outside, and when the chancellor was entering the building, he just
Brushed against him.
was like a messenger boy in the Capitol and was running around and then bumped into him.
Okay.
And then about 15 minutes later, he would have died.
Okay. I'm gonna carefully, because I know how dangerous the substance is, just pour it on his face and just leave him there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sneak back to I'm going to sneak back to somewhere where I could be seen, and then I'm going to go to a corporation that I know exists within the Rise that
Mhm.
I'm familiar with, and go have a meeting with somebody that I know and can talk to about making sure that they support Torbernese.
Okay. Then we're gonna send you to Jagex Manufacturing. So
Jagex Manufacturing.
Jagex Manufacturing does a lot of like the transportation stuff. So the interplanetary travel, the vehicles that operate as uh, like taxis and things here, as well as like probably your own vehicles. Um, it's either like you guys have several vehicles that just kind of belong to the senator, and all of them are either Jagex manufacturing or Atticus. So you know that this is like one of the two big players in like transportation, and
Okay.
so you're gonna dip into there.
Yeah, 100%. But before I do that, I'm going to sneak to somewhere where I would be coming from if I were just coming straight from the cloud, and then I'm gonna make myself known and
Okay,
traverse.
cool. Uh,
I don't want to be seen coming from where I just deleted Aaron.
mhm. Will you do me a solid? And
Throw down a stealth check.
I was thinking either stealth or deception. It's up to you.
Okay.
So if it's stealth, it's like your ability to like avoid cameras and things like that. Deception is like how well you just fit in after you get done.
I do not want to be seen, and I just got a 27 on that one.
Okay, that's going to succeed then. Yeah, you're gonna just appear and like you know you basically do that cool little movie trick where you just like dip into a cab and then walk out the other door like you had just ridden in
Yeah.
the cab, um, and just fall into a crowd and walk into Jagex. Uh, Jumping back, Roland, Terranese to
Torbanese.
Rolanese.
Torbanese.
That's your ship name.
I that's a rough name for me.
Torbanese.
Torbanese. Torbanese. What are you two doing?
So whenever after I sent that text message out, I was gonna go see if we can try to go meet up with some of like the higher up people that I would know, like maybe some companies or like people I could like lobby with to try to get them on my side for the upcoming election.
Okay. Is there any type of business or anything like that that you're aiming for?
Yeah, I was gonna see if I can try to talk to like whoever kind of runs like the wristbands and stuff. I'm trying to think like almost like you know how like Verizon runs the telephone business, well runs like telephone business stuff, and then there's like AT&T and stuff like that. I'm assuming there's one for the wristband stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like whoever provides service.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try to go talk to that guy.
Cool. Dameron?
Are these are these wri- are these wristwatches pretty much universal? Like everyone has one, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Gotcha.
Including the under and surface and rise, or just
Mhm.
everywhere in the cloud?
Oh no, everywhere.
So I'm gonna start making my way over to Dameron.
I'm just hop skipping along behind them.
Hey, Roland, follow me.
Torbanese, I told you this like 50 times. You don't have to tell me to follow you.
I still gotta give reminders just in case.
Whatever.
So how far is it from us to Dameron?
Dameron is the lobbyist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how far is it from like us to where he would be at, like his, I guess, office building?
So his office building is not really doesn't really exist. You guys just kind of poke your head in on the 14th floor, which is like a lounge
Mm-hmm.
of your building, and you're gonna see him in there.
All right, so I'm Torbenese is gonna start walking over to Dameron and have a big smile on his face and say, "Dameron, good buddy, how are you doing today?"
Uh, you know, just another day. Can't drink at my normal spot, so I decided to come here and see what new alcohols are coming from the rise.
What's wrong with your normal spot?
It's in the Senate Tower.
That could be as a little unfortunate, but I do say I have a very very good old bottle of mead back in my office that I'll send your way at some point. I think you'd enjoy it.
Okay. Well, I'm free now.
Well, if you'd
When
like, we can go to my office. I've got a couple things of mead and give you one of the bottles. I've got a few whiskeys that I think you might enjoy. From
I would greatly appreciate that, because the seats here aren't as comfortable as they are in the Senate.
oh, you know we have the most comfortable seats.
And he stands up. This is like a humanoid, like very large dude, a bit overweight. Just and he's wearing like a blazer with like a button-up shirt, but he's got on like more like slacks that don't match the blazer. Probably just the style that he's chosen or what he could get his hands on, and he's gonna walk with you two to towards the elevator.
All right. So I think during the journey, I'm going to try to make some small talk with him, ask him about himself, see how the business is going, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And,
So he's gonna talk to you about crew infrastructuring,
mm-hmm.
Which is communication platform. It's not actually native to Ursa Red, but it's been brought here. This is like their local office, and he's just kind of talking about like data infrastructure role things that they're trying to do, and he's like asking if you've seen Landon, who works for like a biotech company.
Mm-hmm.
They make artificial limbs and things like that. Apparently, the company hasn't or has reached their like maximum data every month for like the last month or a
Mm-hmm.
couple months, and so he's like trying to go and talk to that lobbyist and see if maybe they can figure out a way to get them some higher numbers, because that's gonna help that company, get what they want done, and it helps crew infrastructuring. So he's kind of just like talking to you about, just basically like the politics of the corporations that he works with.
Well, Dameron, I think that's a great business strategy that you have, and I think I'll try to take a stroll over and talk to Landon next. But I wanted to talk to you about something once we get to the office. Make sure it's just you and I. And I guess most of the rest of the way is gonna be kind of like chit chat until we get to the office.
Okay, yeah. And you remember like the basic arrangement of the office?
Yeah. So we've got my desk, and then behind it, I'm also going to have some bottles like underneath the desk, and not underneath the desk. He's not an alcoholic, all right, but he's got some special bottles in the drawer, and then he's got some decorative bottles that are up by the bookshelf that he's got, and he'll pull out 2 bottles. He's going to pull out 1 bottle of really fancy looking mead, and then another bottle of like a brown liquid, so it's probably some type of bourbon or whiskey. And he's gonna ask, what's your poison?
Go for the dark liquor.
Good choice. He'll pull out 2 glasses, put them down, pour them kind of slowly, and then he'll take the bottle of mead and hand it over to him and say, just here's a token of my gratitude for you coming and talking to me at the office today. You can just take this with you. It's a pretty expensive bottle.
Q. He kind of like, because he has like a little satchel that he like carries around with him. He's just gonna slide it in there, and you hear it clink up against like not like a full bottle, but like several little shooters that are just kind of in there. Because this guy is an alcoholic, and so he like puts it in there.
He's gonna nice. He's gonna look over and say, so you and I have been on good standing, correct?
Yeah. I mean, you're my representative.
And how badly would you want to bring your business up? How would you like to expand?
Not sure. I don't quite understand what you're trying to say, Torbenise.
Well, you own the communication devices that everyone uses every day. Every day they use it for communicating with their friends, family, and they always have it on them. So how hard would it be for you to send mass update messages that are for the cause?
It could be done. And to what degree? Like to everyone in the cloud? To everyone in the rise? Or just everywhere?
Look, if I become the next chancellor, I can make the rise great again. I can make Ursa Red great again. And I can make you even greater. We just need a way for everyone to see my name every time they open up their communication device. Every time they send a message to their friends, their grandparents, their parents, they see my name.
So, for the election, that might be kind of hard to push by my bosses. The people who own the company or the branch in the rise. But what if we made it a public service announcement where you say who you are, You say something about general safety. Don't. If you have a heart attack while you're working out, stop working out. If something along those lines, just like, oh yeah, this is for your safety, and then at the end you just vote for me for chancellor, and then because then we can pitch that as, oh, we want to show that the company cares about the people who use our product, and then we just sneak in a little election thing. What do you think about that?
I like this. How many of these can we do?
Roland comes over and sits down in the seat next to Damerick.
Dameron.
He comes and sits down next to Dameron. Well, Torbanese, I don't mean to interrupt, even though I'm interrupting, but maybe this PSA announcement could be wonderful for a rally. Maybe we can get a mass message out and we can hold a rally where you can speak your message to the people. We can talk about how the cloud feels as if they are entitled to the chancellor's seat, and how they feel as if no other branch or layer of Ursa Red should be chancellor. We can slander the under, especially if we find more about this corruption possibility going on in the under.
Well, maybe not the under. The under.
Maybe not the under.
The cloud.
I mean, the under can't even vote.
Yeah. Don't even worry about the under. Like I said, didn't mean to interrupt, but we have a chance to use this platform to get our message out, to get people here or wherever we decide to hold a rally, and then we can speak directly to them.
I like where your head's at, Roland. All right, Dameron, this is what I'm thinking. Send out a few mass safety messages. At the end, explain that Torbanese is here for them, for their welfare. And after a few of these messages, the last one I want you to put out is that there will be a safety convention that will be held outside of the Senate.
You're only going to get people from the cloud, because most people from the Rise aren't allowed up here.
We could do it at the Rise, Torbanese.
You're correct. I think that would be a better spot. I think I've been in the cloud for too long.
Fair enough. I will go talk to my boss. It should take just a couple hours for me to get a meeting with him, but he's going to demand something for this. I don't know what. If you'd like to make an offer ahead of time, you can. Or I can go and talk to him, and then I will message you with what he would like in return.
Tell him.
Because we can't guarantee that you are the next chancellor. We can help, and we can both benefit if you do. But right now, you're the one benefiting, and there's not a lot in it for us. So just expect me to message back with some kind of demand's too strong a word. Let's call it a mandatory request.
Let your boss know that as a sign of good faith, I would like him to meet me at a location of his choosing, and we can discuss this further. And while you're at it, and he's gonna walk over and grab another really fancy looking bottle. Give this to your boss as well.
Okay, will do. Well, it's been nice meeting with you guys. And he stands up. He looks at you like he was gonna shake your hand. He's like, bodyguard. And then he walks over and he shakes Torbanese's hand.
Roland just keeps his hand out.
He walks out of the room. He's gonna go. He's gonna get on the elevator. Probably going back to the bar, but he may. You never know. He may go to the train station. We're gonna jump over to Enzio. Enzio, we can talk about what's going on at Jagex, or if you're just going in, just shaking hands, talking to people, like. What's your goal there? Is it just to blend in and kind of like make face that you're here for a reason, or are you actually trying to
my
accomplish
goal.
things?
Well, I'm also trying to accomplish. I want to see, if they'll join the cause for Torbanese's ascension.
So, kind of where you guys, like, after talking to him for a little bit, what they are 100% down to join the cause, but Torbanese's vehicles are both manufacturers. Like, in order for just show like a sign of support, they would want Torbanese to switch to them.
Full 100%. Yes, I'm looking to establish some sponsorships on this campaign.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's like their opening thing is like, hey, we can start supplying like transportation for him to go on tour and like talk to everyone, but we need to know that he's dealing with us and not Atticus. You know, kind of like we need a sign of good faith from him, and then we will just, once that's done, like, he will not walk anywhere. We will do everything we can. We'll finance stuff. They're much more willing because they are actually like a local Rise company, whereas Dameron is like, this is a branch of the big company from a different planet. So here they're like, oh yeah, this is us. Like we really want to be in on this, but we need to know that he's with us, not with the other guys.
You have yourself the easiest deal ever.
Mhm.
We're gonna make this official. We'll get it all drafted up in writing, and I'll be very much in contact with you in the future.
Sounds good. Or what are you doing next?
Next, I'm just gonna message them, like, hey, headed back to the office. Jagex locked in. I'm messaging Torbanese. Roland's not in on the group checks, unfortunately. Just Torb.
He'll just he'll message you back and say, how do I say this not being army? What's another way of saying Roger?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. God damn it, dude. He's gonna message back saying, sounds good.
I like how the brain literally can't get around that one. It's not like,
Yeah.
you have to say it. This is what you say right here. You have to say it. Can't get around it.
The one guy on this podcast that's still left in the army and can't figure out how to say Roger in a different way.
Well,
classic.
I'm gonna say sounds good. Let's meet up and regroup.
So I'm gonna head back there. I'm gonna immediately suggest we just go sit down and eat and talk.
There are restaurants like in your guys' building, and then there's also the political power. If you really wanted to, I guess you could go to one of the other executive buildings and
what's the most
get food there.
Fanciest,
yeah, like the fanciest place.
We want to be seen.
Yeah, like where people who are like all
where
the people that
senators
are there
go to eat.
Yeah, like all rich.
We go to the Senate, which is all closed right now. It'll open in probably next game it'll open, but for today's game it's still closed.
Where's the alternate?
That's Unfortunately, really the big options.
Mm.
There's not a single nice restaurant outside of the Senate building.
Well, everybody has their own nice restaurant. So you guys have your own nice restaurant in the Rise building.
We would only be seen by Rise people there.
Right. So where people go to show off is at the Senate building. But for today, like that, there's not a lot of options there just because of the security and stuff like that.
Does the Under have a decent restaurant in their building?
The Under?
Yeah.
Pretty decent, yeah. I mean, it's not as good as what you guys have. But
I'm going to...
compared to what the Under, like...
Was it Chuck or Xander? It was Xander, right? The one from the Chancellor from the Surface?
Yeah, Xander's the Surface.
Yeah, but he made the wink deal with him of trying to get his support.
I believe so, yeah.
Let's go there.
All right, so we message each other and agree to meet up at like the Surface Building's restaurant.
That was a weird way of saying that. We will pick up on you guys getting there on the next episode. Ursa Red is directly supported by our subscribers on the Tactical Crits Patreon. If you want to listen to content we have already released, you can find us on most podcasting platforms at Ursa Red. Once you finish that, go listen to Legion of Dice, another one of our Tactical Crits podcasts. If you want to get notified on new content, please like and subscribe. We would love to hear from you, so please leave a comment or engage with us on social media at Tactical Crits almost everywhere. Thanks. See you next time.